Welcome to As the Story Grows. I'm Brian Patton. Today I'm stoked to share my chat with Nervosa frontwoman Prika Amaral. Nervosa's new album, Jailbreak, came out last Friday on Napalm Records. Prika talks about the metal scene in Brazil, how finding a drummer led to Nervosa's formation, dealing with lineup changes, stepping into the role of vocalist, and more. Go give Jailbreak a spin. It's a great record. If you are, it would mean the world to me if you're subscribed to As the Story Grows wherever you get your podcasts. Don't miss an episode. You can find links to our Patreon page, Discord server, and mailing list in the show notes. Come hang out. Enjoy today's chat with Prika from Nervosa.
Right now, I live here.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's fun. What took you to Greece?
Because the girls live here. The guitarist and the bassist, they are from Greece, and our drummer is from Bulgaria, which is 5 hours driving by car from here. So I'm closer to the girls, and I love Greece.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Just made sense to make the move and have everybody centrally located, or as close to centrally located as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice. Let's go back. Did you grow up in São Paulo?
Yeah, more or less, because I'm from a small city closer to São Paulo.
Okay.
And I moved to São Paulo, and I lived there for 10 years. I started the band at Nervosa and in São Paulo. São Paulo is half of my life, let's say.
Yeah, nice. What was growing up like?
Yeah, look, my hometown, it's a small city, and it's a very nice city. Example, after many years, I plan to come back there. Yeah. But from now on, I'm really happy here, and living in São Paulo also was a nice experience. It's a city universe because it's the third biggest city in the world. There's 23 million people living there, so everything is possible there. Yeah. You have everything in the world there. The city is 24 hours. It's very stressful, very violent, but it's a universe in one city. It's nice. What got you into music? My mom was a fan of radio station, this kind of things, and she was listening a lot of Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Yes, The Police, this kind of bands. And I grew up listening this, and I love this kind of music. But when I discovered metal, it's changed my life. Yeah. And I never stopped again since the first time.
Yeah. What was the first metal record or band that caught your attention?
The first band that I listened in my life for sure was Led Zeppelin because of my mom. But the first band that I listened from myself, that was something that I choose to listen. It's hard to remember the first, but actually probably was something Metallica. Yeah, Sepultura. Slayer, something like that. But actually it was Metallica. Yeah.
Is that what drove you to guitar and drew you into wanting to play guitar?
My father was an acoustic guitar player. Okay. And I have acoustic guitar in my house. But actually, since I listen guitar for the first time in my life, I was listening like the bells, the calling. Mm-hmm. They were calling me. and I was like, I think everybody say you just listen metal. Basically, yes. I listen to other kind of music, but I realize I like everything that there is a band playing. Yeah. And most part of the time, 99% when there is guitar there. Yeah. So yes, but what makes me to feel like I want to play guitar was when I listened Seek and Destroy from Metallica, and I said, I want to play this riff. Yeah. And also Slayer. Slayer, when I listen to Slayer, I just think like, I want to be like them.
Yeah.
I want to compose this kind of music. I want to compose this song.
Yeah. Yeah, it really stuck with you, and like the inspiration that was like from that point.
Yeah. Forward. It's like I want to be this. That's what I want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the music scene and like metal scene like in São Paulo and in Brazil?
It's a very beautiful, nice, and strong metal scene. We have like it's metal in Brazil. It's underground. We don't have like any kind of support from the big medias and everything.
Yeah.
Our country speak a different language, which is Portuguese, and our country, it's a huge population. So everything that happened there, it's Portuguese. Everything that it's out of Portuguese is harder to happen. But in a metal scene, we have both words working.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of magazines, radios, YouTube, and everyone. I see it's very united, very respectful, and we have a lot of very high quality bands, and we have a really strong participation of women in there. I think is the metal scene in the world that most have participation of women.
Oh yeah.
And yes, it's very nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. At what point did you start trying to form bands and play in bands?
I started to play guitar in 1999, and I think my first band was, 2002, 3, something like that. And the first band that I tried to build was a female band, and then I gave up. I said, it's too hard. It's too hard. There is no girls playing, and when I find the girls, they want to play, I don't know. In that time, they wanted to play like Iron Maiden, this kind of like Pink Floyd, which was the bands that I like, but I want to play something more angry and fast.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to play Slayer, Sodom, Creator. I want to play this kind of bands, you know, like, and it was really hard. And I say, no, I give up to build in a female band. I want to be in a band, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was playing many bands with my friends, but every time that there was a girl playing, example, was interesting. I was making friends with this girl, like, nice that you play. What do you think about to play in my band? And I was trying to invite them. This was my beginning, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it just like making those relationships over time that led to Nervosa?
I just wanted to make bands with all of my friends, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Nervosa, I was playing in a death metal band before. It was called Inner Voices. Okay. And we were looking for a drummer. And it was all male band. I was the only girl in the band. And I remember a friend of mine just say like, there's a girl that she wants to start to play. She's a punk and hardcore drummer, but she likes metal as well, and she wants to build a metal band. Say, nice. I would talk with her. I was super interesting. Like, nice female drummer.
Yes.
It's one of the most hair thing. Now it's not, but in that time was.
Yeah.
And when I know her, and it was in the Orkut time. It's a long time ago. And I met her in person, and she was super nice. And she say like, your band is super cool, nice. But what do you think we start a female band? And I, why not if I have the hardest thing that is a drummer?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like it would be so hard to find members. But I say, but I'm São Paulo. São Paulo is a universe. There's 23 millions. It's impossible. Don't exist someone that wants to play metal. I say, yes, let's do it. And then we start Nervosa.
Organized crime.
Where'd the name come from?
Me and this drummer, Fernanda Terra, the first drummer, we composed like 4 songs. And I remember I had like a voice recorder, I bring it to the studio and I recorded our rehearsal. And I showed for a friend of mine. And the reaction of a friend of mine, it was as a slang in Portuguese. He say like, wow, this song is so nervous, so angry, But in Portuguese, the words, the objects, everything, there is a gender.
Okay.
So when you say that a man is angry, it's nervoso. When you say when a girl is angry, it's nervosa.
Yeah.
It's more or less the meaning of nervous, but it's with a bit more angry. It's not angry. It's something between nervous and angry.
Gotcha.
But for female.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was just like somebody's response to like hearing the music for the first time. And yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. We were looking for some name, but we are not finding anything. We have a list. We didn't really like any idea, but when my friend reacted for the song, I said, this one. And then we start with this name because it was a aggressive word, a Portuguese, but everyone can understand more or less. So, yeah.
That's cool. You talked about how the São Paulo metal scene is like really welcoming and of women and like, but as a all-female band, like, was the scene accepting of that, or did you have to like fight for your place?
São Paulo, as I said, it's a universe. When we became, and to make it the first shows, release the first thing, everyone was supporting us. Most part was supporting. But of course, there was kind of a small percentage of people that was against us. They were saying, like, for all the female bands passing through this kind of bullshit, saying like, they are paying, that's why they are making participation of this event, that's why they are appearing everywhere, they have like a manager, blah blah blah, this kind of things, like what it's bullshit. And I think with the time we were proving the things, and the people was getting respect for us, and now the things changed completely. And I think make part of evolution as well. Like if I look behind, example, when I start to play guitar, I was with a lot of wrong thoughts. It's make part of evolution of a human.
Yeah. What led you guys to Napalm Records?
Napalm, it's a family territory actually, because I remember when Nervosa joined Napalm Records, they were a very small label. And after we signed, they start to sign with the big names, and since then they grow up a lot. Now they are one of the biggest metal label, probably the biggest one, I don't know, but they are very strong. I'm very grateful for they always believe in Nervosa and always support. And yeah, as I said, it's a family. Yeah,
that's cool. You've gone through a lot of band member changes and iterations. Has it been a struggle to keep it together? Have there been moments where you're just like, fuck it, I can't do this anymore? Or is it just like this labor of love where you're like, people keep coming in and the family keeps growing?
Look, it's very frustration for me, very, very frustrating for me when there's a lineup change, because I always invest in everything, like my energy, my time, my hopes, my money, my everything.
Yeah.
But also I respected the personal life of everyone, and it's not only what we want and not only what I want. Everyone that lives surround of you matter, and sometimes we don't have support from our partner. Sometimes we don't have support from our family. Sometimes we don't have like a health condition. Sometimes we don't have like a mental condition. Sometimes we don't have, we have everything, but money talk, we don't have like kind of extra to deal with, to not know how much we will earn. I want to make a plan. I want to make a family. There is like a million of, reasons that today can be one answer and tomorrow this can change.
Yeah.
Because everything in life is changing all the time. The most important thing always is respect. Respect each other, respect the decision of each other, and let's move on, man.
Yep.
I'm doing what I love. I sacrifice absolutely everything in my life for so many years now, for 14 years. So I will not give any step back,
Yeah.
It's something that I fought very strong. So for me, stop what I'm doing. It's failed in my entire life. So I will not do this.
You guys released Perpetual Chaos January of 2021. Kind of a weird time to release new music. Was that record delayed from 2020? And what was the release of that album like?
I think we were very lucky to release the album in that time because it was exactly the moment. It was January and everyone was in lockdown. Mm-hmm. The entire world was in a lockdown. So It means that everyone was on internet. Everyone was connected and everyone was seeing what was happening. And we were the only one to release an album in that moment. So we had all the attention in the world for what we were releasing. And this helped us a lot to promote this album, to make this album a classic, in our discography and everything. And yes, and actually it was a therapy for all of us, it was something good happening in the middle of something bad happening.
Yeah, that's cool. A bunch of lineup changes again before this new record. You're back, you're as the lead vocalist. What led to that decision to take over vocal duties?
It's just that I don't want to spend my energy in someone that will give up or will leave the band, for reasons that I can understand, that I respect, but I can't trust anymore. It's something like that everything that was passing through, I say now we have two guitars because we were working with Elena example since 4 months after the Perpetual Chaos, because on Perpetual Chaos, I already took the decision to have a second guitar, but I just didn't bring it because it was not making sense for the logistic and many things. But I say now we have two guitars, maybe I have more space to give a try to be the singer. And also I was thinking I would bring someone unknown again.
Yeah.
And then it's very hard to connect it with the fans, It was a very, very bad situation. And I say, if I can do it, I think I solve all the problems of the band. And actually the fans can feel a bit home.
Yeah.
Can feel a bit more comfortable. And it's a way to minimize the changes and everything,
Yeah.
And I was just listening the calling, to be honest. I was feeling in that moment. Before I was not feeling this, to be honest. But this time I say, it's calling me.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Yeah, you're ready to step up into that role and just really take the reins.
Yeah. And it was surprised me because now I'm feeling really comfortable with this position. And I'm feeling super excited and super happy, and really, 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 really comfortable.
New record is called Jailbreak, out on Friday. Where'd the title come from for the record?
It's about be free, it's like be proud of who you are. It's about like not to change yourself, just to be part of a group or to call attention, to have more likes or whatever, and also to not be blocked in a box. It's just open your mind, and enjoy the life, because life is short. So yes, it's like or be free, except for everything that make you feel bad. Just leave behind and keep going. This example. I remember the first time that I have a conversation with Alina Cotina about music. I was inviting her to make part of Nervosa, and we were talking about everything that we like, example. And one of the things was motorcycle. Yeah. And yes, why we like so much motorcycle? Because of the freedom sensation. And then this kind of conversation came from there. And for this vibe, the true vibes, that the people are losing the roots. They are changing so much that they are losing the roots. And we want to grow, to go to a new place, but keep the roots, because without the roots you fall.
Yeah. Who did the album artwork?
It was Alcides Burns. It's a designer from Brazil, and he's a friend of mine, and he was already working with Nervosa in Perpetual Chaos. Example, the booklet he did an other arts. Example, our lyric video, Genocide Command. He did the art and the lyric video. So for this time, we asked it to him to design the art cover, which was really great. And we were super happy with the result and say, yes, he catch the idea. It's amazing. We love it.
Yeah, all the album artworks have like the skeleton theme on them. At what point did you come up with that design and concept that you wanted that to be something that carried through?
Historically, Nervosa always put a school example in the art cover, but we want to show some evolution as well. So it's not a design, It's also like, not design. It's not a draw. It's like between of digital and the real paint, and it's something in between and something more serious. A more darker, and at a certain point. And I love the colors as well. The tones of everything, and how it's uncomfortable. You see, but the school is taking the mask or putting the mask. No, it's taking the mask out. Why? It's for you be free, because you are pretending to be something that you are not. In your job, example, sometimes we dress in a way that we don't like. We react in the way that we are not, just to be accepted in a business area or something like that, And then we are out, we change it completely. We are another person. It seems like we are put in a fantasy, And this is weird thing. So that's why take the mask out and be free and be happy.
Yeah, that's cool. Album's out Friday. I see you guys have some shows in Mexico. What's the rest of this year look like? Is that the only touring you're doing? Are you looking to next year?
Yes, it will be the only tour, but we have another show. We're playing Metal Hammer Paradise in Germany in 17th of November. And then next year we're playing the 70,000 Tons of Metal in US. We have a Puerto Rico show there. And also we are planning to tour in US. And then we have Summer Breeze in Brazil. Of course, we want to play more in Brazil and South America. We have plans for Europe, some summer festivals, some summer shows, and many things coming.
Nice. Gonna be busy.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to As the Story Grows. Our intro music was written and composed by Jeremy Hunt. The As the Story Grows theme is by Bob Nana. If you like what you hear, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and give us a rating and review. If you'd like to support the show financially, you can join us at patreon.com/asthestorygrows. Be a part of our community and join the ongoing conversation over on Discord. If you enjoy this episode, share it on social media with your friends. Much appreciated, and thanks for listening.